So I also don't know whether or not you've seen this week, but the F1 23 game is due to. Oh God, when is it supposed to come out? It's like not next week, the week after, right?
Is it that close?
Yeah, it's not that far away. But essentially, all of the driver ratings came out. Do you know any of them off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, no. I think Sergio's 89 and Max is 91, but I know they did the video where they were guessing each other's statistics and
Yeah.
overall rating.
So the game actually comes out on June 16th.
Oh,
So
like
it's
3
not.
days.
It's literally this week. I didn't know it was out this week. I thought it was next week, maybe even the week after. But I know we both bought the previous one.
Yeah.
And it was rubbish.
Yeah, it was fun for a while
Yeah.
because it was new and we had our steering wheels, and then we just never went back to it.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a shame, but apparently this one has fixed a lot of problems that the previous one had.
Well, if they can remove some like auto spin curbs
That's
really have you like control the car, I know it's not going to be to a level of a proper simulation race, but it didn't feel you could actually control the car.
Yeah, so apparently they've sorted out like mechanical grip and stuff like that, and they've made changes to make it more realistic. So I mean, I'm not going to buy it day of release. I'm going to wait a week or two and see what the reviews come out are like for it, and then just go from there really. And then I guess we can chat about whether or not we want to bother buying it together / playing it, I guess. I'll be honest, I'm probably going to get it anyway. Like, as long as it's not complete rubbish, I will probably end up getting it anyway. But so the driver ratings came out, and I thought it would be fun for considering that you have no idea what the ratings are, for you to guess the ratings. Okay. So
I know Max. Well, I might know. I don't. Max and Sergio, I think I know.
So what did you say Sergio was?
89?
Yeah, right. So that one's correct. And then Max's, you said, was
91?
wrong.
Wrong.
So you got one right. I will let you guess Max's again.
All right. So let's do it team by team. So Max, I would have gone 91.
So yeah. So you've got Max would have been 91, and you're saying Sergio, you would have given him 89.
Yeah.
Max is 94.
Okay. Right.
Apparently.
Okay.
There we
go. Who are the next two drivers?
So I'm going to say Alpine. What do we think the Alpine drivers are going to be?
Okay. Esteban, I'm going to go with 84.
Okay. 84 for Esteban.
Yeah, I'm going to go 82.
Okay, so you would say that Esteban is going to be higher anyway, like higher overall. You're sort of correct. Esteban is 86, and Pierre is 84.
All right.
And by the looks of things, the real difference in stats is racecraft. Apparently, Esteban has better racecraft.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd agree with that, to be completely honest. I mean, yeah, Esteban, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to pick another team at random. We're going to go Ferrari. What do you think Charles Leclerc's rating will be? Bearing in mind Sergio Perez is an 89.
If it's as a driver, I'm going to go 90 for Charles Leclerc.
Yep.
And then Carlos Sainz, I'm going to go with 87.
Okay, so you're one off for both. Carlos is an 88 and Charles is an 89.
Oh, wow. Charles didn't even make the 90s?
Yeah.
No,
I think
he's definitely in the 90s.
I think the back end of last year, I think, really affected him. And apparently his experience, I think, is probably, by the looks of things, his experience is what brought him down. Statistically,
oh, yeah, because Carlos is more experienced than him,
Yeah, exactly. So, but I would argue, right? So I'll just reveal it. Lewis Hamilton's overall is 92. You're telling me that a 7, maybe even 8-time world champion, and I'm not even talking about the controversial one. I'm talking about China in the gravel. So you're potentially saying that a 7-time world champion isn't as good as Max Verstappen, who is currently a 2-time world champion.
Yeah,
I think that seems a bit off to me personally.
Unless they're just using the previous season as their baseline.
Can I make a very good point?
Well, the fact that you've said your own point is good. You're like, can I make a good point?
Yeah, can I make a very good point?
I think the point should be, if it's good or bad, should be debated.
No. This is a
by
very
what
good
you
point,
said.
and this is exactly why Max will
Okay.
be better than Lewis. Max is currently sponsored by EA.
Okay. That is a very good point. Yes.
I wonder if they
So-
fudged the numbers a little.
So they've got to have the top boy, the top guy, the one on the front cover as the best.
Yeah, so experience, Max Verstappen 84, Lewis Hamilton 97. Right? That's a big difference, right? By the way, Fernando Alonso's experience is 99 because he's older than Formula 1 at this point. Racecraft, Max Verstappen's 97, Lewis Hamilton 94. Okay, that's
I would swap. Oh.
I could kind of see maybe where you're going with that.
If it was the 2021 season, I'd swap it over.
Yeah, okay. Awareness, Max Verstappen 85, which seems a bit low. Lewis Hamilton 94. So,
oh yeah, it's a bit low for Max, I think.
On already, Lewis has got 97, 94, 94, and Max has got 84, 97, 85, right? And then awareness, pace, Max is 95, Lewis is 90. And somehow Max Verstappen is 94 and Lewis is 92. I'm not particularly good at maths, but that doesn't maths for me.
I think they don't take an average.
It doesn't maths because on average,
it's not an average.
On average, I think very quick maths.
No, they don't use averages.
Yeah, I think Lewis would then be a 94 and a half and 95.
No, they don't use averages.
No, I'm just telling you, like, if it was on an average, and then I think Max would actually be like like 89, 90.
Yeah, no, they don't use averages. No. They just pretty much pick a number from thin air.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fugazi.
Yeah, it's just a bit strange. All right, so I'm going to... because let's be honest, we could be here for days talking about this. I'm going to give you a random driver. I'll give you two more, and you'll just guess what that overall is. Oscar Piastri.
105.
Perfect. Correct answer. Those papaya glasses have very clearly been sent and didn't get damaged in the post.
79.
74.
74. Okay.
The closest to your prediction is Nico Hulkenberg. He's got 80.
What is Logan Sargent's? Because he would be the lowest, right?
Yes. So Logan is tied with Nick de Vries for the lowest rating. What would you think that would be? Bearing in mind that Oscar Piastri is 74.
72?
71.
71.
Yeah. Which is pretty interesting as well. Like, so
they're all rookies, aren't they? As well?
Yeah, it's a rookie season for Oscar, Nick, and Logan. But it's very interesting that they've given Oscar 74 like 3 points up off of the other two. That's pretty interesting. But then again, he did win F2. So
maybe, and also he's probably in what would be perceived as a better car than
true. So he's got a little bit of a I mean, you say that. Anyway, and then obviously, like, because the game isn't fully out yet, the F2 roster haven't launched yet. But I imagine that my main man Vesti and Behrman are probably up there within the top 2 or 3, I'd imagine. But yeah, so those are the ratings. I think there are a couple of like debatable ones. Like I think Lando Norris is the same rating as Sergio Perez.
I'd probably rate Lando a little bit less than Sergio.
Yeah, I would probably put Lando a little bit lower. And the other one for me that was a little bit...
Is he sponsored by EA?
No, he's not.
He is, isn't he?
No,
I'm sure he is, isn't he?
I don't think he is.
But he does something, because they gave him early access to the game. Wasn't he doing
I think they just do that purely because like they send influencers copies of the game and stuff, and they know that he streams and stuff.
He's an influencer.
Yeah, I don't think it would affect it that much. I genuinely, I think with Lando, so many people within the paddock rate Lando so highly. I think that's the thing. I think they see Lando as a potential future world champion. And I think probably the most viable one when you look outside of the top teams this year. So I think that's why.
Okay.
Plus his age as well.
Yeah.
So
I just thought they would give him because he can bring in that demographic, can't he?
yeah,
So,
I guess so. The one that surprised me is Lance Stroll, 84.
his experience must have popped that one up.
Alex Albon, 83.
I think they probably looked at experience.
Yeah, I personally, I just would have put Albon at the same level or higher than Stroll, personally. But that's just me. Yuki Tsunoda got an 83.
Yuki!